So here we have our first part, the cell membrane, also known as structure, boy. It holds everything together, basically, if you're wondering. That's pretty much all it does. Now we have the nucleus, also known as bossy boy. It controls basically everything, you know. Now we have the endoplasmic reticulum, ER, or as I like to call him, spaghetti boy, because he looks like spaghetti. It's the manufacturing and packaging system. This is what manufactures and packages proteins mainly. This is also known as, this is the lysosome, it's the garbage boy. It digests bad materials. Now my teacher calls them suicide cells. Love that name even more. We have some ribosomes, which are the protein boys. They make proteins, which is very interesting to think about. Proteins are very important for your cells to function, if you're wondering. We have the energy boy, also known as the mitochondria. It makes energy. You can remember this phrase, the mitochondria is the energy source of the cell. We have the Golgi Body, which is the pancake boy, packages materials. If you're wondering why it's called pancake boy, this is why. So this is basically what I remember the teacher telling me. She said it's thin, but you can still see a hole through it. Now, she explained this to us like this. If you take a piece of paper and fold it in half, you would see that it was still fairly thin, but there was still a hole through it. And that's how I remember it being explained to me. I labeled it pancake boy because if you remember, pancakes are thin, flat, but they still have a density to them, and they can still be used to transport materials. Yes, okay, back to the video. And now we have here the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is also known as the jelly boy, and it's because there is fluid-like jelly-like fluid inside of your cell that holds everything together. Whew, that was a mouthful. Now we're moving on to the plant cell. The plant cell and animal cell are very much the same except for a couple of differences. The plant cell is more square shaped than the animal cell, and the plant cell has a cell wall, which is also known as the strong boy. This supports the cell because the vacuole, also known as the storage boy, stores salts, waters, materials, minerals, and water. Basically, it presses up, and when it is full, it presses up against the plant to store its materials, which makes the plant go expanding and, strong. You know when you see a droopy plant, that's because the vacuole does not have enough storage in it. That's what I learned from my cousin. Thank you very much. Now time for the last organism, the chloroplast, also known as the green boy. Now, what does the chloroplast do? This is what it does. It is the site of photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process of turning water and carbon dioxide into glucose and oxygen. Now, this is a chemical reaction that takes place in the chloroplast. Now, how does this translate to it being the plant green? I don't know, okay? This was a very last minute video. I purely made this video so it would force me to study. I hope you like it. If you learned something, that's great. Like and subscribe if you want more, and leave all my errors in the comments below. Thank you to my wonderful cousin who taught me. Okay, goodbye.